Hey, Ministry Gospel Musicians coming at you again. Richie, your brother, and this is season 2, episode 4. Um, Sorry, guys, I haven't been able to do many musicians talk show as I would love to. I've been, busy myself, preparing for gigs, church services. My brother's already here. I'm gonna send him the invite. I just want to give a brief introduction. Um, he's gonna be joining us. My brother, he's one of my drummers. When we gig, we have a gig. Is one of the drummers that call up. Usually here in the area.
Yeah. I see. You got you.
What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Up here, watch the drum line and everything. Got the drums all set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, every gospel musician has watched that movie, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what you been up to?
Man, nothing. Just sitting back and trying to relax right now. I was about to cook, but I was like, yeah, I got this thing at 8 o'clock. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get back on. Yeah.
Hey, well, for those who don't know you, this is Andre Turner. He's been playing with us for a long couple years, 2 years or so, and he's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Tremendous musician. I even have check this video out if you want to check him out. And I don't know if you have personal videos of yourself like on
I got
YouTube.
a couple of them on my Instagram. King
Okay,
Drake.
yeah. Go
Yeah.
follow this man. This guy's a problem, and check the video out right here.
Yeah.
But you were the drummer for the 2021 Ministry Gospel Musician. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience? Talk to us about what it was playing at that event, man.
Just the idea that learning how to play the music. And when you get, I think we had like 6 songs that we had to learn from.
Yeah, about 6, 7.
Yeah, and and then having backup songs. So it's like, so if they pull something out their pocket and want us to play something else, you have to be prepared for that. And that experience, it was good. It was a good experience. Taught me a lot. Like if you get stuck, just keep it in the pocket. Keep it simple. Simple to do the whole job. So that's one of the experience that I learned from that.
Yeah, that's a really good question. If we could talk about it, like for musicians, we know like sometimes we kind of want to go out of pocket, like kind of we want to show off, show
Yeah.
what we got, our chops. Like how important is it to know exactly when you can do it, when you can't, and depending at that event, depending where you at. Can you talk a little bit about that, brother?
Well, always in the safe zone is always keep it in the pocket. Always keep it in the pocket, man. Because what happened is when everybody want to show off their gospel chops and like, oh, look what I can do. This the time. Hey, I got a whole crowd out here, so and I'm finna show all my chops, everything I got. Hey, I done seen people get embarrassed in the middle of performing, and they would get you off the drums and be like, hey, now let's find somebody else. You're doing too much. So if you overplan the singer, overplan the organ when this time is his thing to do, or a bass, it's like you mess up the whole thing. Be humble, keep it in the pocket, man. Can never go wrong with that.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's crazy how you said like, oh, like you're doing too much. Like usually someone will call you out,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
someone will call you out. And for me, you're very mature musician, so you like kind of respect like the bass player, the organist, the keyboard, and like don't get me wrong, you got chops because I seen. Trust me, like I noticed. I don't know if you can agree with me, but I noticed that a lot of those mature gospel that just, oh man, he's just boring drummer. Some of
Uh,
those got chops.
yeah, yes, I'm a witness. I done seen it. I didn't witness it. Yeah.
Yeah, because most of the time you think, oh man, that drummer's just playing basic. He's just right there. He's boring. But when it's time, if he had to show those chops or there's this solo, you know,
Yeah.
that's what we'll see. So, and then Your favorite memory from that event? Was there someone that you met, or was just the experience, seeing the presence of God was moving great?
Yeah,
What was the favorite memory there?
I liked that. All that was it was a great experience, and the one that from doing that, you also had me to play at that the Simpson University. Now
Yeah,
that was that was nice. That was real nice. A very great
yeah,
experience.
yeah,
So just having being able to be humble and like I said, keeping it in the pocket, and everybody heard that, it also opened up the doors for more gigs. Like, hey man, I like how the way you play. Hey, can you play for this group? Hey, I need you to play for this group, and it just opened up so many doors that you're doing it. But if I was doing the chops and playing over everybody, looking back like, dude, can you? We losing the beat. What we can't even sing. What's going on? So if you just
yeah.
keep it, let them sing. You good. Keep it safe, man. The KISS principle. Keep it safe. Simple.
Amen. Yeah, the Simpson University was good, bro.
Yeah,
It
I
was
like.
good. It was a good experience too. For those who know, actually, I actually posted that blog. Remember that blog?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's up here, guys? If you want to check it out, go follow my man right here. This guy, he's my drummer. Every time I have a gig, I call him up. Hey, can you? We're actually gonna play together on Sunday,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
gonna be rehearsing tomorrow. So it's gonna be a blessing. Uh, Definitely, I see God opening doors, and like he's from St. Louis. I'm from Los Angeles, so there isn't a lot of gospel musicians here. Like we don't know many. Like in LA or St. Louis, like oh, there's so many. So we're
Mm-hmm.
actually just trying to lock up and just trying to go little by little. You know, like how most churches or a lot of groups started with just a keyboardist and a drummer.
Yeah,
Later on, I think God will little by little bring on the group. You know. But he plays with different groups. He has different gigs. I have different gigs too, and we're actually doing something great here. Next question, bro, is any goals that you have personally as a musician? Any musical goals?
you know, I ain't saying that I'm
You
retired or
you've been playing for so long, bro. You've been playing for so long. So what are your goals now, or like what goal do you have now for
so
yourself?
now my goals now. My little son, man, he showed interest in the drums and he want to do the drums. So I'm like about to get him a little drum set when I can, um, and just like you always want to pass down the torch. So I mean, just to have that opportunity because right now he's 5. I started when I was 4 playing the drums. Started playing for a church when I was 6. So I mean, it got crazy. So I mean, just the idea to let him go through that and then be able to nurture him and show him how to be humble about it. That would be that's one of my goals right now. That'll make my heart big and stuff. To say that I passed that on to my son.
Amen. Wow, and I think that's definitely a blessing. Like when you pass on, what you know, your knowledge, pass it on to your son. That's definitely been a blessing. Like personal for me, my dad, he's not a musician, but he's like a pastor. He's an evangelist. Sorry, so he definitely has passed some of that.
Yeah,
But it's a blessing. Like it does when you think when as I said for me, like this being the son, like it definitely has a lot of what is it influence and takes a lot of part of who I am.
yeah.
Uh, hey brother, I want to ask you too. This next question is what this question is what would yourself right now tell your younger self or when you first started playing drums?
Um, um, my younger self was more in I was beating on everything. I mean, anything that I had, like making sticks out of from walking outside and grabbing sticks from the tree or whatever.
Hmm.
And I was more of a sponge, and soon as the drummers, like when I was young, we had all these church events, and we would have like all these big drummers come in and stuff like that, and You know, that part taught you how to be humble, where you just have to sit back, and even though you want to get on the drums, you jump up and you be like, "Oh, can I get on?" And like, nah, this the new drummer for this choir and stuff. So
Yeah.
most of that was the sponge, and hearing them play, you'll see some what they do, and you be like, "Ooh." So then you can't wait till after church or when the whole program is over with to hurry up and jump on the drums and see if you can learn that chop that they did. And then once you master, it's like, hey, that's what I want to do. So being younger was more of a sponge, and I learned that. So I started learning how to play that. So then as I became older, I became mature about it. Like, hey, you can't, everything that you learn, you can't, like I said, keeping it simple, keeping it in the pocket. You can't put everything into a song what you just learned. Because if you do that and everybody looking at it, they be like, dude, what are you doing? Get off the drums. Can we get somebody else to come play the drums? So it's like, yeah, that'd be really embarrassing to have done. So yeah, I see the video in the background right now.
Yeah. I was playing it, so that way they can check it out and everything.
Yeah.
Just to have in the background. But yeah, definitely check it out. Um, can you talk a little bit about feeling comfortable with a certain gig or preparation for a certain event? You know, building that confidence or feeling comfortable in a certain style. Like I know, for example, you can play gospel, you can play rock, you can play jazz, you can play different styles. Like
And yeah,
how would you prepare to feel comfortable for an event, like confident? How do you build yourself confident, or you feel
well,
comfortable enough to play it?
I remember I had to be, yeah, I think I was still in high school at the time. And my sister was in Chicago, and they was putting on a show. I don't know if you heard the Pace sisters, LaShawn Pace or Page or whatever, something like that. They gospel group. And
From the east.
yeah, Lisa Pace or something like that. So it was like I remember they drummer didn't show up. And my sister was like, "Hey Dre, can you play?" And I'm like, "Man, I seen all these people out there." I'm like, yeah, I think I know the songs, but being born and raised out of in the church and brought up, and my dad is a pastor and stuff. Um, you learn that feeling. It's a feel. It's really a feeling where you know when the progression is about to go up, when it's about to go down, and just watching, keeping a watch eye or watching the arguments or whoever's leading the tempo. You can watch them. You can pretty much get what they going. Just like what they incident with Simpson University. When I didn't
Yeah. Oh
ever
yeah.
think it.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that, and being used to being able to play gospel songs, and like because that's what I'm used to. Um, I was able to do a good job with that, and I felt comfortable, even though I never did a practice with them, and it got to the point where they wanted me to come on the road with them. But at the time, I was too young, and my dad was like, "Nah, you can't do that, son." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. The next question. Don't worry, I won't take up too much of your time. Um, I want to see which questions because I got a few questions, but I'm trying to hit the ones that I think are really good. Um, someone asked what was your worst experience that you had in a gig or in a service? Worst experience, bro.
um, so look, I don't know if you remember this one, but I'm gonna say something, and I don't want to step on no toes. I'm just gonna
Okay,
keep,
just let it out.
keep it PG. The thing is, when you have gigs, it's very important to show up on time and to show up early, because if you're not there, they will have another alternate to come and play. So that's always learning experience. And I don't remember if you remember this. This when I first started off with you. So I'm just gonna put it like that. So you can get a call and they're like, "Hey man, we don't know if somebody's gonna show up. Can you can you play?" So you bring your gig, you bring all your drums and your equipment, you set up, and you start to play, And as you playing, the person walks in and like looking like, hey, this is mine. And so, being humble, I could be like, hey, no, they call me, I want to play. But being humble and letting them play, it kind of puts you in like what do I do? What do I do now? And then you start hearing people like, oh, I'd rather you play. And I'm like, okay, he's here, and that's not
Wow,
the,
yeah.
I'm not saying that to be cocky or anything, but that's the very importance of being there on time, because you can make that situation go even bad. And
Yeah.
like I said, like with them gigs like that, or if you doing the gospel chops, and I remember when, dude, I was, again, like I said, I started playing the drums when I was 6. I mean 4, but I started playing for a church at 6. I went to this one church,
So
and
you've been playing for like 15,
over
20 years?
yeah, I'm 40 now, man. Yeah, over 30 some years. But I went to this church, and the drummer, he was solid, but he was doing too much. And I was just watching him, like, okay, cool. Um, and it put me in an awkward position because the pastor remembered me from another church playing at the church, and it was his drummer. And he got up over the pulpit and looked at me and was like, hey, Brother Turner, can you make your way to the drums? And I'm like,
Oh,
this is the church drummer? Like, and you ask this, but
bro.
that's where it says, like, being humble, being there on time, knowing your craft, keeping it in the pocket. If you're showing off, it's like that, you doing too much. So it really, it is all about the humble things, and that's, you hear a lot of drummers, even the recording drummers and professional drums, they always say, hey, keep it simple, keep it in the pocket. Don't go out. You'll have your time to do your gospel chops, but don't do that.
Right.
You can lose a lot of gigs out of that, or being too cocky.
Yes, sir.
So
And
a
like
lot,
how they say, I don't know, have you heard like less is more?
yeah, less is more. Keeping it simple. That's it. Keep it simple, man.
It's crazy because, bro, it happens because like I had those experiences, like especially the one that you said. Oh, my guy's right here, Cleveland.
Hey, what's going on, Cliff?
Yeah, he's our guy too. Hey,
Yeah,
and I was there, but
yeah,
the way that you handle it, and it happens to musicians, bro. Like when you go to a service and the other pianist is there, or the organist, or the one that's there is gonna play, and it's like there's a confusion. Oh, I'm playing. Wait, oh, this is my drums. Like I own the
yeah,
seat, and you have to have wisdom. Like how you did is like okay,
yeah.
and it's crazy. Like you were humble, and then you stayed in the service. You
Later, sir,
stayed in
I
the service.
got mad and walked off, and I'm like, no, I'm good. You got to be
Yeah,
humble, man, because you never know who's watching.
yeah. And for example, like this is a great topic. Like I'm glad that we kind of hit this because it happens to a lot of musicians. Like where, hey, can you play? Or there's two drummers and it's like who's gonna play? And it's someone can get heated up. It's like, oh no, this is my spot. I'm the one that owns. I play here and like they own it, like owning like ownership to it. But it's like, oh no, you were asked to play, or the pastor, like how you said, hey, I want Andre to play. Yeah, it's like you
And
know,
that's real.
it can be very humiliating, but also you can learn from it, right? And maybe
Yeah,
that particular musician needed to learn to be humble. And I think for a lot of musicians, we kind of have those lessons where I think guys like I want to see where your heart is, and not
yeah,
just where your playing is, but where your heart is. And for me, I know a lot of people saw that, so uh, I was there, bro, and it happens. And I'm glad that you touched that topic.
and like I said, like when I was younger, that I still remember. I'm not gonna say his name, but I still remember. I was young, man. I had to be about 6 or 7 when the pastor told me to get on the drums. Um, this guy was way up and very intimidating. I mean, and if it wasn't for my father being there, I would have been like, nah, I ain't getting on the drums because this guy, like, he wanted to beat me up. I'm a little guy, and I had to get like a regular chair to be able to get on the drums, and But again, when I got on the drums, I kept it simple. I just played in the pocket, and people was like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a love off," and I'm like, "No, I didn't. I just not my church. I'm just playing because I love playing the drums. That's it."
Yeah, you were cutting out for a second.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. Uh, so we just talked an interesting topic, and it was about um, being humble, uh, showing on time. Less is more.
Yes,
Man, what didn't we touch, bro? Like situations that happen in church from
yep.
musician to musician.
Don't
But
make
now,
it
yeah, yeah,
because even then, like I said, people are watching, and you will have people that's like for a big group to come out to you and be like, "Hey, man, hey, I seen how the way you handle yourself. Hey, I got a gig coming up, and they paying this amount of money." You be like, "Whoa, for real?" And I seen how the way you handle yourself. Can you come out to a practice on this time, and we're gonna pay you, and we'll pay for you to set up. We'll pay for your gig. Like we y'all doing that? All right, cool, let's do that. But if I got mad, like I said, if I got mad, storm out to church, like, "Oh, I'm the
yeah,
drummer," you lose opportunities. You have
yeah.
to
Like,
have some type of
like
self control.
that attitude, right? That comes with
Yeah,
it as a musician, because you can have a bad attitude.
the bad attitude and that hey that'll kill all your gigs for
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. The attitude, because you could be a good musician, but you have an attitude, um, getting upset, getting mad, arguing with people, arguing with the MD, and
Yeah, that's a no go right there.
yeah. So like, how we're gonna work, is just like all the situation. Uh, your top five drummers.
Ooh, uh. Uh, right off the top of my head, I'm gonna give it to I like Spanky, George
Okay.
McCurdy. That's one. I can't never go wrong with my boy Calvin Rogers. He's known throughout everybody
Yeah,
on everybody's song.
he's an
Um,
OG.
who else? I'm gonna throw one off at you. Dave Welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, you
really?
him listen to his stuff. Dave Welcome.
I think I heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah. And these are going back in the old school that now everybody is doing them chops. Um, Dave Welcome, Buddy Rich, which is old. That's beyond my time. And a new guy that's he playing for John P. I want to say his name, C.J. Thompson.
CJ
Is
Thompson.
that's it? Yeah.
Is
I
he
like
playing for John P. Key?
yeah. And then it's another guy that's I forgot his name. Is that five? Um
That's
I don't
fine,
know
but
if,
we could give you for you a six. Yeah, you can throw in
um
a six.
I can't think of his last name, but it's Lionel. He played for Snarky Puppets. You know what I'm
Ah
talking
man, yeah, I forgot his name, but I know which one you're talking
about?
about.
He's solid. Like they do stuff and they can keep it in the pocket. Like I said, they keep it simple. Then when it's their time to do something, you be like, whoa, wait a minute, rewind, hold on, let me do that again. Wait a minute, hold on, I can't get it. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. And again, keeping it in the pocket, and then you put your gospel chop. That's how you get more gigs.
Yeah, and are those the people that you mentioned are also some of your influences,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
growing up, learning from them, and
Yeah, I mean, and growing up, I had like my older brother played the drums, my uncles played the drums, my cousin played the drums. So it was always, I mean, and they was older, so it's like they always had the, like I hope they don't come to church so I can get on the drums. So it was like, so when they didn't show up, it made you feel pretty good because now everything that you've been looking at, you doing what they doing, and they like, oh, I see you, man, you good. So yeah, got stuff like that.
and um, what are how what are some things that you're practicing right now? Like you've been playing, you said over 30 years,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure you still practice stuff. But what's the stuff you practice now?
Um. I mean, like I said, I got a lot of people that I follow on my Instagram and stuff like that. And if I heard something like they caught my eyes, I'm like, whoa, I ain't never played that before. I get on the drum
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, yeah, and then or I do it in my head and be like, all right, yeah, I can do that. And then I get on the drums and I do it. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it. But it'd be sometimes a drummer could do something and you'd be like, wait, hold on, how? That's the same thing like with the organist or the keyboardist. You hear something, you're like, wait a minute, how you play that? Hold on, show me to me one more time. So it's stuff like that when I realize that I can't. You always a learning progress. I mean, it's always progression. So when you hear something, I mean, it's like, hold on, let me go back to the drawing board and see if I can do that. Because again, you never know when you have gigs if they be like, hey, I want you to do this, and you can't do that. Then they'd be like, we got another drummer in the house. So it's like being able to be skilled at your craft. That's what it is. So it's always good to like sharpen up them edges and be good at your craft because again, you never know when it's needed. So
Yeah, man. And like for me, I would say I'm myself like privileged to play like with guys like you, Cleveland. Like I'm not the best, but for me it's like I have passion and I know I'm growing, you know. And for
yeah,
me it's like when like guys I know you're a humble person. Like I know a lot of musicians. Like how would you like dealing with situations where like oh I'm playing with someone who's not that good, I'm really good, you know, and all this stuff. But like you is like oh no I'll play with him, you know.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and that's like a how do I say that? Like I'm not calling you a puppy, but if you like, I used to breed dogs and stuff. But, no, for real,
That's
no.
okay. Yeah,
This
because
is what, and
yeah,
it's
I'm a
not.
beginner, man. To be, I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning. You know, I don't say, oh, I'm so good and everything. I was like, no, I'm still learning. I'm still a student of the game, and I know that throughout, I see growth, and then throughout the years, I know I'm becoming.
Yeah, you be having me
Um,
smile, which I'm like, I see you, bro. I see you. I see you.
hey, that's a good sign, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, no, what were you saying? I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that.
No, no, like when you said like for those that be learning, you got to remember. I mean, all right, put it back like this: for them seasoned players that been doing the stuff, and you got these new guys that's trying to learn the game and stuff, and they got that passion. That's the same thing that I'm going to do with my son. You got to have that time and that patience with them to learn it, and they catch it. So, like I brought that story up about the puppy. If they have a seasoned dog that's in the house, that seasoned dog is going to take them up under their wings and going to be like, hey, nah, nope, it's not the time to pee in the house. Nope. If you do it, just go over to the door and scratch at the door. And all of a sudden, that dog start picking up there and they become muscle memory. So they be like, okay, I got to go to the door because this is sort of where it is. So if you playing with somebody that's seasoned and you learning this, you start picking up that habit. You like, oh, I can play this. So now when they come out with another song, you be like, hey, this is just like the other song because this is exactly how the way it's playing. Okay, I can play this song, and people like,
Yeah,
that? Nah, I didn't know nothing about that song. It just the vibe was there, and I played it. So yeah, never heard the song in my life.
yeah, yeah. And I appreciate you, bro. Like I always tell you, hey, the thing about me, like I'm not like a stubborn. Oh man, I know it. I don't need help from anyone. No, I'm always willing to receive, and like especially from older cats. I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying like people who've been in the game longer time.
Yeah,
Like yourself, you've been playing gospel like all since you were a little kid. So when I tell you, hey, bro, give me the critics. You let me know what I'm messing up. Let me know what I need to do. Like talk to me, you know. I'm not turning oh sweet talk, oh you didn't get, you know, like you told me straight up. So that's what I appreciated, and same with Cleveland, is that people like musicians will say, oh I can play with this, I can play with so the top musicians, but when it gets to the point where like that you open up to say, you know what, I'm gonna play with this guy. That
hmm
he's not as good as he's not the musician I would love to play, but you know, I'm gonna get him under my wing, just like how you said with your son and that story with the puppy is it's crazy, and I appreciate you doing that, and I've been learning a lot from you, you know, feeding off, you know, because I'm always open ears, open heart to critics, and especially from people who know the stuff, who know, like, I know you know the stuff, so it's like, oh, hey, brother, tell me what I'm messing up, tell me what I need to do, or
Yeah, yeah.
let's get together, let's practice, things like that.
And practice is key, though, man. Practice is key. Even if you doubt yourself, practice, man. Practice to where you know that, hey, I got this. Practice is key, man.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate it, brother. I won't take much of your time. We'll conclude. I don't know if you have any other things to add, any
Um,
questions. Or...
the other thing, and I mean, I think this can go with the like if I was to give a nugget out to people that's learning, I mean, that want to learn and be better at their craft.
Like
Um,
an advice.
yeah, like an advice. I'm pretty sure. I mean, even if you talk to Cleveland and stuff, he'll tell you the same thing. Um, this all across the board, where you playing the organ, the drums, the bass, or anything like that. When you're trying to learn something, how the way I do it, I play it at a slow pace. I play it at a fast pace. I play it at a low volume to a high volume. Because again, you got to know how to adjust to that. And like playing live music without the headphones is different from playing live music with headphones, because it seems like when you playing in a live audience, the song go faster when you got the headphones on. So it's like you
Yeah,
don't know. It's just like, wait a minute, I'm used to playing it at this slow, and then you can be playing up under the song where you can cost your gig. So it's like
yeah,
learning how not to overpower, learning now how to play loud, or learn how to play not play too soft, learn how to play slow or lower, or because again, you have that person that's telling you, hey, this is tempo. This is tempo. And if you can't keep that tempo, they be like, new drummer, new keyboardist, and you having to watch it.
hey, it's true. It's true. It's true though. It's true what you're saying, man. You throwing
So
some gold nuggets. Yeah, I appreciate that advice, and I know a lot of people will be blessed with this video.
I hope
Um,
so.
oh, I know they will. I know they will. Because if not, I was blessed, and hey, I appreciate you accepting, brother. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
We'll talk. We'll tune in and everything. But this is my boy right here, Andre Turner, all the way from St. Louis. We're right now in North California, and we're trying to lock in, and God is
Yeah.
doing some great stuff.
All right, cool.
So I appreciate you, brother, coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow, man. And
Sounds good.
thank you for joining this episode 4, man.
All
Episode
right, thank
4.
you. All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, guys. That was all the musician talk show. I have my brother Andre Turner, amazing gospel drummer and musician, who was with us, and I hope you guys were blessed and be able to pick up some advice, some experiences. He was throwing a lot of gold nuggets, and hope you are able to learn and share with your favorite musicians, share with your favorite drummer in church. And I know they will be blessed by this video. And we'll hopefully see you in the next one. I know I haven't done so much just because I've been being more active in church and having more gigs, but we're going to be playing on a wedding and just more things been coming on. So I've been trying to see where I can add in, where I can't. But hope you're blessed with this one, and hope you're blessed and blessed and blessed and blessed. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is episode 4 of season 2, Ministry Gospel Musician with Musician Talk Show.